been DMing me, messaging me on Instagram, messaging me on Patreon and on Twitter. Thank you so much. Meghan McCain, let's get into it. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe and you click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Please do subscribe and please do click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Patreon.com/JOA. JOA is just a way for you guys to support me because, you know, I don't own this channel and, you know, it's my channel, but I mean, it's on YouTube. That's their platform. So it's just another way for me to diversify my income because YouTube is not, it's, y'all understand, y'all know this channel is not promising. So I'd really appreciate your support. Before I get to my commentary, I want you guys to watch this clip and I'll come back with some more.
Do either one?
The Rachel Scott one, I mean, you have to imagine what it's like being in a foreign country and talking to one of the worst, violators, dictators in the entire world. That takes guts. And I'm really proud of her. And I just working at ABC, and I think that is an incredible, quite frankly, career-defining moment for her. So on that note, like, well done, and please do me a favor, put her in front of more people in power in this country, because this is a woman that can ask a tough question, and so can Kaitlin Collins. And I think part of my problem with the Kaitlin Collins moment is that just because Trump was so bad, it doesn't absolve Biden's bad behavior. What he just did was 100% Trumpy, and I think I would just like a little intellectual consistency. If Trump had done that, we would be screaming at the top of our lungs in one way or another. And I just think that I have heard many people in this town in DC talking that the press is getting sick of this, of how, sort of censored he is, who he can and cannot talk to, and then spouting off at her in a way that I found not only unbecoming and ridiculous, but to do it in a foreign country in that kind of forum, particularly bizarre. And then afterward, after he apologized, he went on Air Force One and continued to talk smack, saying, you guys never give me any levity. You guys always want to be so negative. Well, it's the press's job to speak truth to power. And just because Biden has gotten a pass so far, which he has and continues to do, it is in no one's best interest to treat him like it's state TV. And as Sarah pointed out, that is the biggest difference between us and Russia.
Yes. Well, I to just comment on that. Yeah. The thing that I never saw Trump do was apologize to anybody. And I will take it when because sometimes I'm rude to somebody. We're all like that.
I just want to
let me just finish what I'm saying.
Well, with all due respect, I don't care if he's apologizing. He just embarrassed himself.
I don't care that you don't care. Just hear what I'm saying.
I don't care that you don't care.
We're going to go. Well, then good, Meghan. Then you can be how you always are. We'll be right back.
You can be how you always are.
Okay, so before I even get into the whole Whoopi and Meghan McCain debacle, I also want you guys to watch the Joe Biden tiff with Kaitlin Collins from CNN, the White House correspondent, and then I'll come back with my whole commentary, okay?
Why are you confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident in changing behavior. What do you do all the time? So when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact.
But given his past behavior has not changed, and in that press conference after sitting down with you for several hours, he denied any involvement in cyber attacks, he downplayed human rights abuses, he even refused to say Alexei Navalny's name. So how does that account to a constructive meeting as President Putin?
You don't understand that. You're in the wrong business.
Is the summit with China next?
Cool, we have to load. Cool, we need to load quickly. Let's go. Quickly, cool.
I owe my last question an apology. I shouldn't have been such a wise guy with the last answer I gave.
Okay, so first things first, I want to comment on the whole Biden situation first. All right, so it's a reporter's job to grill the president of the United States, and it's the president's job to take any question that comes after him. There's also a scene in that video. I'm not sure if you guys heard it or not, or if I played it or not, but Biden did say that a good reporter has to be negative. About 44 seconds of this clip to kind of show you guys the video that I'm talking about. So here he goes talking.
To be a good reporter, you got to be negative. You got to have a negative view of life. Okay, it seems to me the way you never ask a positive question. Why, in fact, having agreement? We'll find out. We have an agreement to work on a major arms control agreement. I started working on arms control agreements back all the way during the Cold War. If we could do one in the Cold War, why couldn't we do one now? We'll see. We will see whether or not it happens. But the thing that always amazed me about the questions, and I apologize for having been short on this before. If you were in my position, would you say, well, I don't think, man, anything's going to happen. It's going to be really rough. I think it's going to really be bad. You guarantee nothing happens. You guarantee nothing happens. So there's a value to being realistic and put on an optimistic front, an optimistic face. Look, you all said the same thing about what was going to happen when we had the first meeting of the seven. Oh, Biden, they're not going to buy Biden stuff. They're really not really. Any of you find that? Did that happen? Any of it? A little bit, just a little sliver of it. When I went to meet with NATO, oh boy, they're not going to be happy. They're all going to be against Biden meeting with Putin. They're not going to want that. Did you hear a single solitary syllable?
No, a good reporter asks the right questions. A good reporter asks questions that are in the mind of the viewers, that are in the mind of the actual journalists. And that's what makes a good journalist, someone that asks important questions that viewers want to know. Now, if it's positive or if it's negative, it could be, what are you getting your wife for her anniversary? If you want that type of question, then maybe the president of the United States is not for you. But instead, you are held to the highest standard, the highest job of the land. So you got to expect questions, no matter what, good or bad. And good or bad questions make someone a great journalist. It doesn't make somebody a bad journalist at all. So for him to even apologize and try to justify why no one gives him credit or why nothing is positive, it's really not looking good on his part. And after he even apologized, he just continuously started making bad reasonings as to why journalists even ask him questions. No, man, it's your job as a president to answer anything and everything. Come on now. We're already tied down to this administration in terms of who you can talk to. At least answer the questions that your team assigned for a specific reporter to ask you. And if you can't do that, then maybe this job is not for you. Now, he did apologize. Trump has never apologized to a reporter. Trump is just nasty. And sometimes it came off as hilarious, but at the same time, it's horrible. It's disrespectful. And had it been me, I probably would have been kicked out. You know what I mean? But in terms of Meghan McCain, it's a privilege. It is a damn privilege that you are sitting on stage with legends on The View. We have Whoopi, legend. Joy Behar, legend for being so many decades on The View. And I'm going to add Sonny Halson on the list as a coming legend as well. Your only title to as a host is your last name, baby girl. That's it. Meghan McCain. That's really your only title, as a reasoning as to why you are on the show. Just because they are defending Biden and just because they are appreciating his apology, that doesn't mean that you can just interrupt somebody else's commentary. It was Whoopi's turn to talk. What I like about Whoopi is she gives everybody a chance to talk, a fair chance to talk, and then she just have that little minuscule of a second to talk. And then again, you have Meghan McBarbie, bloated Barbie, Meghan McCain, interrupting her saying, I don't care. What I think what the problem is that she is stuck. She is stuck as the conservative host on the show, and she is trying to strategize ways for her to remain relevant in the media. She's trying to strategize ways for her to remain relevant with coming up with these oppositions when it comes with the Democratic president of the United States, when it comes to the vice president of the United States, and she is stuck. Yesterday, she came almost fully prepared when Joy Behar actually corrected her because she was off for so many damn days, and her husband gave her some pointers. But today, she was out of cues to talk about any oppositions of just rebutting the apology that the president of the United States gave to a reporter. So instead, she decided to become rude so she can be trending on social media. As I said, it's a damn privilege to be even sitting there on a legend, sister act, Whoopi, talk show host, actress, comedian, Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, she's the EGOT winner, Meghan. Your title for on the shows with what's your last name, baby? Whoopi's vibrator that she used in her punani is more relevant than your ass. Let's just keep it real for a second, all right? Whoopi's damn dildo, if she used a damn dildo, is more famous and more relevant and is more credible to be as an ad placement on The View than yo ass. So the fact that, you know, you have this disregard for a legend, you have this disregard because people are showing great commentary towards the president of the United States is really troublesome, you know, and it's really making me worried about you as well, because that man that you call a man, Bob the Builder, Ben Dominant ass, is not giving you the marriage that you already thought was not going to happen. You didn't want to get married to him. He actually called you to convince you for y'all to get married. And I mean, your foreshadowing prediction came true, baby, because we can see it on your face. You're not getting dicked down. You know, you're not having sex at all. You know, he's too busy probably dicking down Laura Ingraham on the Fox News and trying to find his next networking lane to get married. And I think the world is ready for my video to expose the husband for the man that he really is, the Ben Dominant bodybuilder husband. All right. So anyways, y'all, it's a disgrace. She's a disgrace. She is the bare minimum when it comes to commentary, the bare minimum when it comes to career, because she didn't have to work her ass off to get to where she is like I had to, or like Sunny Halston and Whoopi and Joy had to. You know, she is the queen of nepotism. And this is what you get when you hire somebody that has no experience going on a mainstream national program talking her BS commentary that her husband gives her. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna do a live stream tonight at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's gonna be a continuation about Meghan McCain. So I'm hoping that you guys can come on and be there. Thank you so much for the messages and everything, letting me know. Y'all the host of this show as well. So thank you so much, my hosts, my producers. I'd also appreciate if you guys like call in tonight on my live stream. I like to hear different perspectives. It's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 9:30 New York time and 6:30 California time. Thank you so much for the support so far. Patreon.com/JOA if you feel the need, if I'm worthy of your support. Deuces. Please do subscribe and click the bell. Deuces. Yeah.